It's the Marc Clarke Morning Show. Healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Delicious beverage?
Duh.
And welcome to the show. Man, I tell you what, I want to always thank all of my partners who are doing this and making this show possible. Speaking of partners, Bootsy Vegas joins us this morning. What's up, Sir Bootsy? How are you, sir?
Happy Monday, my good friendship.
It is Monday. Happy Monday. Wow.
Yeah, who knew? Who knew? You know, some days it feel like one long week.
Speaking of partners, I got to shout out my partner, Debbie Mendez-Taylor. Bootsy, you remember her? She was on. She was amazing. Her book, Harvesting Your Thoughts, Emotions, and Actions. Harvesting Your Thoughts,
wow.
Emotions, and Actions. Now, what I love about this, what I love about it, first of all, look how small it is. It's a small book. Now, a lot of y'all scared to read. A lot of y'all are frightened of books. But the thing about this, I almost call this a workbook because it makes you have to look inward. So you have all of these positive affirmations,
Absolutely.
You have these thoughts. And then, so for instance, when I focus on what you can control, focus on what you can control. Then it says your thoughts, and then what say you, and then it gives you space to actually write your thoughts in the book. And I think it becomes a workbook. It's more than a book, it's a workbook. And it also is a great way to understand where you were. You can write down the date you wrote it down. And again, Bootsy, focus on what you can control. So much of just think of how much time we focus on looking at celebrities, looking on Instagram at other people's lives, looking on Facebook, other people's lives, and not focusing on our own life and what we control. We are all caught up in what Cardi B is doing, what Beyonce's doing, what Jay-Z's doing, and we don't think about ourselves. And that's why, again, I love this. Harvesting Your Thoughts, Emotions, and Actions. Debbie Mendez-Taylor. Go get it. It's at Amazon. It's on Amazon. Get it today. Make it happen.
Hey, and if we didn't learn nothing from that Janet Jackson documentary, that was one of the things that we learned.
Oh my goodness, the Janet. You know, let's bring our guests in because we all got to talk about Janet. We got the doctor, the good Dr. Tasheka L. Green joins us. Dr. Green, look at Dr. Green. She's fly.
I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back.
Let me find out Dr. Green got a dimple and it's popping. Go ahead, Dr. Green. Oh, that's hopefully she was using it for good. Hopefully she's been all these years.
But hold on, let me find out she got a wardrobe budget from the Marc Clarke Morning Show, and I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, Bootsy, obviously, she tapped into the budget.
Listen.
And we know where it went.
And Coach Ros is in the building too. Coach Ros is in the building. Coach, what's going on? I went by Coach's house.
I
went
saw
by
that.
Coach's house yesterday.
I saw you put
know
your
what
head
I'm
on the thing. I saw you put your head on the thing.
Yeah, well, for those who didn't see me put my hand on the thing, here's me putting my hand on the
I'm
thing.
Coach Ros, and I'm here with my Healing Shot Plus immunity booster, and it's just as simple as taking one shot a day. Just one shot, 1 ounce a day for your immune system. That's it.
Yes, I love it.
And so we got to thank Dr. Green for putting us all together. She put us all together. And now Coach is going to be, let me tell you something, Coach, I'm already excited about my new body. Dr. Green, I'm excited about my new body. We going all the way.
We going all the way.
We going, I got the keys now. Coach gave me the keys. Dr. Green turned me on, and we got, and then so Dr. Green, I'm talking about the shot, but what we're really talking about today is everybody has a chance to get in on this 28-day Veguary challenge. Now, Bootsy's already there. Bootsy, I know you're vegetarian. Are you a vegan already, Bootsy?
I dibble and dabble. My only weakness, and I must admit, is because of a DMV native, I do seafood every now and again. I will do some fish every now and again. Other than that,
Coach said it yesterday to me. Coach said, I don't mind people who are trying, people who have, that's a part of it. Right, Coach? Did I coach you right, Coach?
Yes.
So, Dr. Green, tell us about, I'm hearing it. Is somebody?
No, it's you. I think it may be you. It sounds like
it me?
Can you mute Miss Law so we can make sure it's Mark?
Let's see. I'll mute myself. Let me see. I'm gonna mute myself first. Oh, wait a minute. I don't hear it anymore.
Yeah.
Who was it? Was it you, Coach?
No, I think that Miss Law. I think it may be Miss Law.
All right. Coach gets a spanking. Go ahead. Take care of it, Doc. No, I'm joking. All right, so so Doc, you introduced us to Veguary, you and Coach. So y'all tell us about what's about to happen starting tomorrow. But the good news is it's not too late, even if you don't hop on tomorrow.
Absolutely. So good morning, everybody. So glad to be back. So Veguary 28-day challenge, live, love, and legacy. And so when Coach Rosalind and I put our heads together, we wanted to continue to help more to have this healthy lifestyle. We start off 2022 with either a New Year's resolution or a goal, or we have some aspect about we want to change the way we eat, we want to lose weight, we want to exercise more. And as Coach Ros can speak more to this because she is the certified coach in nutrition and herb, that really it's 80% of what you eat and 20% of what you do. And so often, we go on diets, we go on fads, we do everything. And then when we don't get to the point where we want, we get frustrated or we try something else. And so we have this cycle of what I call repeat. And so we really want to help people to just change their whole mindset about what they eat, how they eat, when they eat it, and then also to take away the myths about being vegan. So many people say, it costs too much, or I can only eat vegetables. No, this week I've already prepared a Latin-inspired cuisine for people to try for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, for snacks. We have our different drinks that we have. I have a morning rise sunshine, a kale berry smoothie. I have your key essentials already. Next week, we're going to go deep and right into the heart of what we love, how to cook some vegan soul food. I'll share with you some Asian bistro. You can't give up that fried chicken, but we're going to tell you what you can eat instead. And so listen, it's not the food, it's the taste you acquire. You get addicted to the taste, not the food. And so we're going to show you how to create these meals, the things that you love, to have these great healthy tastes, and you will never have a guilty pleasure. I remember being on a call and a young lady said, well, what if I eat all of that and don't stop? And why can't you? All it is kales with some nutritional yeast on top and some really good seasoning. Oh, and you have to try Coach Ros Spice for Life and avocado oil. She has it all right there in her shop. And so with that being said, it's about your mindset. And so, Mark, as we embark upon this journey, we just want to help people with this Veguary challenge. We're gonna have some fun. We have some prizes. You'll like we said, Mark. He's probably going to share it later about the Zito scan that he had, and Coach Ros will do the Zito scan with you, tell you exactly what you need and you should be taking in. And we're going to help people on this journey to this whole healthy lifestyle. Because Coach Ros and I, we always say this is not a diet. It's a lifestyle, and we want to help you. So it is not too late to sign up. You can go right on over to 2eseasons.com. I know Mark will put it in the comments and on the screen. You can register today and get started. Listen, if you decide on February 4th you want to register and get started, just start. That's where courage begins. Just start. We want to help you to get started. And not only start, but we want you to help to be committed to it. We don't want you to put your hand to this work and then look back. We want you to stay committed to it, be consistent, and have some discipline.
So I guess for me, I would like to ask for somebody who I'm just learning about this. Could you describe to the listeners what is the first 5 days of this challenge will be like? Like if I'm going to embark in it, could you tell me what the process of the first 5 days would be?
Did he just sound like a computer?
Absolutely. It's Bootsy with the echo.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and just tell everybody, Bootsy is not of this world, so he actually is a lizard, and so sometimes he snaps back out. Bootsy, check it right. Talk again. Let me see if you sound better.
Check 1, 2.
So Coach, as Bootsy goes back to the spaceship, he's going to come back. Tell us, break. After Bootsy was basically asking, like, what does his first 5 days look like? But Coach, go ahead and tell us everything to expound on what Doc said.
So awesome. So yes, I'm excited about it. The first 5 days. Actually, Dr. Tasheka put together the whole thing. But one thing I do want to say, on Wednesday, I'm actually doing a cooking demonstration. And so you have to register for that. So that's why everybody needs to come on in, register for the challenge, and then you'll get all of that information. But Wednesday is the live cooking demonstration virtually, and but you have to register for that prior to. And I'm doing a vegan chili, which is in my recipe book. Did you know I have a recipe book? I think you do, but it's in my recipe book, a vegan chili as well as a bean salad, because this is Heart Health Month, which is, Veguary, heart health. And so beans are great for the heart, for sure. And so we're going to do that. But Dr. Tasheka, go ahead and tell them about the first week 1.
Absolutely, no problem. So like we said, once you register, you will get your welcome letter. Once you get your welcome letter, you will already have your access to a private Google Drive that will have everything you need as it relates to essential elements, a grocery list. You will also have recipes in there. You will have some other things, as Coach Ros was saying about the flyer. The cookie demos are on Wednesdays. Coach Ros will deliver those on Wednesdays. You just have to register for that. Also, what we will do is we will start with what's your favorite meal, and what's your favorite meal, and I will show you how to take those ingredients from your favorite meal and now translate that into what would those vegan ingredients be. With that, also what we will take place during that week as we are preparing our meals. Again, it's all listed out. You can, different things for breakfast, different things for snacks, lunch, and dinner. And then we will have the check-ins throughout the week. And then after that, on Friday, you will always get a video from me and Coach Ros just sharing some things. We want you to highlight what you're doing. We're in this together, and that's what's going to happen the first week. And then, of course, at the end of each week, we're just going to give away some prizes, Mark, to celebrate the people and all the great things that they're doing. And how do you register? It's www.2, the number 2, the letter E like in Edward, seasons.com. So www.2eseasons.com. And so we are excited. Like I said, Coach Ros is already, another great thing that you're going to be doing is journaling. Journaling is very good. It helps you to reflect about where you are and where you need to be. So Coach Ros has already uploaded a diary so that you can journal what you're eating every day, how you're feeling now. You're going to immediately feel the difference. When you start putting the things in your body that you need, you're not only going to feel it, but you're going to see it. And so you can start journaling how you feel and how things have changed, and even some of the challenges that you still may have to overcome. We're going to share that. We're here for you. We'll talk about, how we overcame. One thing you said, Boosie, was you live in Maryland and you still like to eat seafood, right? Well, I grew up on the Chesapeake Bay. Seafood was all I knew. My grandfather, who's 87 years old, is one of the first Black men of the Chesapeake. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And so with that being said, we had seafood all the time. He would get up at 3, 2 in the morning, go out.
So you know my struggle.
Do what he do.
You know my struggle.
Exactly. But guess what? I became allergic to it. I ate so much I became allergic. So
God punished you.
So that was one thing that I, when it was, time for me to embrace this lifestyle, that was something I didn't struggle with because I could not eat it. I was allergic to it. And then also I had given up meat since 1994, red meat and things like that. So we will help you with that process is what I'm trying to say. We will help you with that process to help you to wean yourself off and to learn, about, when your body starts to call for something, how to go get something different. And so that first week, we're going to be coaching you, supporting you with that. Go ahead, Coach Ros.
The one thing I want to say, two things I want to say, talking about that journaling. It's very important because what I find from my clients is when I ask, so what did you have last week? In 1 week, people can't recall. You can't recall. And so it is also a part of that mindful eating process, and so when you journal and you write it down, number one, you'll be able to recall, go back and see what it is. But then also you'll be able to relate it to your emotions. Like, how are you feeling at that particular time when I ate that? What happened? What was that trigger point when I didn't want the healthy, but I wanted the not so good option? But and so that's one reason why I love the journaling part. But then also, I have a vegan crab cake recipe.
Oh, wait a minute now. Hold up now.
Let me sit up here, man.
Get it.
I'm just saying, because listen, I do veganism twice a year. And it's normally for at least 30 days or 6 weeks. But the reason why is because I love crabs, I love shrimp, I like lobster, but my main, but they're definitely expensive right now. But my main fish that I eat is tuna. I eat fresh tuna steaks, right? And so that's how I get my protein most of the time. So, but, I do this veganism twice a year. So what I did was I said, now, how can I substitute my crab cakes?
Did you have your hand on your hip like that when you was thinking about it? When you were thinking about it, did you have your hand on your hips like that when you was thinking about it?
Just like,
Okay.
how am I going to do it?
I can see that.
Vegan crab cake. And so I'm going to do that live demo within the group, a vegan crab cake recipe. It's going to be amazing. So you got to register. You got to register for it because listen, I'm going to be eating, Tasheka's going to be eating, we're going to be eating like this. And so we're going to come in the group and share when we're preparing our food.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
So people are asking how you register. You can go to heavenlybodieslive.com or you can go to 2eseasons.com. Get registered. If you're not ready tomorrow, like I wanted to get it done. I went ahead and got my scan. In a perfect world, Coach would want you to get the scan first and get ready so she can then tell you what your body needs.
Man, I like this.
Now, if you can't do it now, it's okay. I mean, just rock with us. And when you are able to do it, you could join us because the thing that I'm on now, like you say, talking about lifestyle, and also for those, if you ain't ready, it's fine. You have to get to the space where you're ready. There's nothing worse than if you're not ready for it to do it. So I'm now ready. I've been talking about this. I did juices. I've done it. But now I can tell I'm ready because I've lost a certain degree of weight. Now I'm talking about lifestyle and saying, well, what do I want my life the rest of my life to look like. You know what I mean? So I'm now ready. Not like, you know, sometimes you'll do it and you ain't really ready. So you do this 28 days, and as soon as you're done, you go buy a Whopper because you just are like that. And so I'm just saying, you'll know, you know, listen to your body, and you'll know when it's time. You know, and again, so for people who, if it's the time, don't let you ain't ready tomorrow stop you. Rock with us, and when you're ready, you hop on. Because as I was at the coach's house yesterday, coach was like, "Look, you know, we really want is everybody to do at least 30 days, and this be an entree into your lifestyle change. That's what we really want. So it's not really, it's about the challenge, but the challenge, you got the supportive group, we're doing it, but also what I'll say is, thanks to Doc and thanks to Coach, I'm looking at it like this introduction has now tied us together. Right. We'll be doing this, you know, this isn't just about February. This is about a lifestyle change, and we'll have this support group. I already have, so with re-engineering Marc Clarke, I built this support group. And now I'm going to plug my group into this, and for those who are ready in my support group, and I think we can just grow like that. You know what I mean? And for the people who follow, you know, Allison and Mark or whatever, we're all about, you know, healthy lifestyle. And what I've realized is that it really does start with, Coach said it the other day, or Doc, you said making a decision, right? I think, Doc, I think we're similar in that. I think we were people who, we lost weight before, we da-da-da before, but then we had a big change, like something that really made us go over that hump, right? Am I correct, Doc? And so
Absolutely.
now we're on the journey. People are looking at us, which is a good thing. We are looking at ourselves, and I think we've decided we're in that place, you know, and it's a good place to be. It's a good place to be. And I've been here before, and I backslid. And I think at this age, I'm not willing to really backslide again. It's not, wings aren't that important anymore. Cheesecake isn't that important. And what I've learned, thanks to Coach and people like Doc and Bootsy, you can have a piece of this, you know, just don't go crazy. You can have a bite, you know what I mean?
Or you can get you a vegan cheesecake.
Listen, I can make a good vegan cheesecake, Mark, for you, and I can tell you how to take some mushrooms, and they taste just like some good old fried chickens or some mushrooms.
That's right.
But you know what I realized? And I think everybody talks about your love language. What I realized about me, the good news and the bad news. The good news is I'm really not a foodie. So I'm not really driven by, I said wings and cheesecake as a joke, but what I realized is I'm the kind of person that, it's not the food. It's really me. It's boredom. Some people are really into food and the taste, and so it's hard for them because they can't get away from the food and taste. For me, that's not it. For me, it's like I would just be eating because I'm bored, eating because there's something to do, finishing the plate because you got to finish the plate. You know, I realize I'm a trigger person. I could be minding my business. I see something, I'm like, oh. So the good news is I'm not necessarily stuck on the food. The bad news is it's discipline. You know, it's really just like Coach said, mindfulness. What are you doing right now? Why are you eating right now? You know, so that's my thing. And I guess everybody has their own language, right, Coach? Everybody has their own, I guess, triggers or things that make them decide to eat.
Absolutely. It starts in the mind, what you're thinking. And sometimes people just do it subconsciously because it's familiar behavior. You know, listen, a lot of times it happens because what did the auntie and grandma do to sit you down and make you be quiet? They gave you a lollipop. You know, sit down right here. Let me give you this lollipop. You know, at a small age. And then what happened? You wanted lollipops every time you got ready to sit down. Just putting it in your mouth and you're not even knowing why.
Mm-hmm. Well, Allison still gives me a lollipop now. Maybe that's the problem. Allison, she'll sit me down and give me a lollipop and say, shut up. And I'll be like,
can I ask this question? Just as a prospective person who will be participating in this challenge, what do you hope the results will be, or what do you think the prospective results will be when I start this 28 challenge? Where would I be in 28 days? For somebody who's listening who does not know, what do you think they will be, or what is your expectations for them to be at in 28 days?
So I know I always tell folks this: at the end of the journey, you'll have the opportunity to make a decision. Whether you're going to choose wise nutrition healthier, whole foods, or are you going to continue what you've been doing? Either way, you have to be you're responsible for your decision that you made. So you'll know, basically you'll know what's going on with your body when you put whatever in your mouth. You will know. But then at the end of the day, how do you want to feel? Do you want to feel great? Do you want to feel energized, focused, be able to walk into a room and let people see that you have changed, like your skin color, everything has changed, vibrant energy? Or do you want to feel sluggish? Do you want to feel like you're dragging and you can't really, what you have a choice to make. So at the end of the 28 days, you'll know, and then you'll be able to choose.
Yeah, but also I think the great thing is that you'll have a better perspective of what it is. Because I do think a lot of times, unless there are challenges like this, I don't know if people really have the perspective and the insight to know the effects that great diet could do. So I love the fact that you guys are putting where you can journalists, we can have like engagement and interaction with it. And then in 28 days, we can assess it, because the issue is a lot of people have never been in a situation where they had to assess it or where they assessed it. So I love this thing that you're offering as well from that perspective.
Yeah.
So,
and
Coach,
one thing I want to add to that, Lucy, is that, we have, we've heard that it takes 21 days to form a habit, right? We've heard that. And so just like we have bad habits, I talked about this last week, we can form good habits. And so you don't have to get to 21. You got to really get to day 22, because it takes you 21 to get to where you need to be 22. Then you've already now formed this good habit. That's now when we have 6 more days, right? Listen, I'm about to go there. We have 6 more days left in here. And so, and so when you look at this, I have 6 more days. So now I'm not forming a habit. I'm now changing my behavior, because on that 7th day, we know what happens. We rest and it was settled. So when you really look at this, you're going to have your 21 days to change that bad habit into a good one. Now you're going to perform, you have this behavior, and then you have a whole different mindset around how I'm eating, what I'm eating, when I'm eating it, and what my body needs to respond to what I'm not seeing. Because a lot of times we don't get the results because we don't even know what our body really needs. And so with the Zito scan, as Mark said, that we would prefer that you take the Zito scan first, then understand what your body needs. So while you're on this challenge, you could be getting into things that your body needs, and you'll see the impact of what will take place.
That's great. That's great insight.
So, Doc, Latonya's asking, I did a training on eating according to blood type. I wonder what they think about that. So I think you guys, would you expound on that? I think you're talking about the scan. The scan is similar, but it's real, right? Everybody's different based on, I guess how they're made up.
Yes. So talking about the eating according to your blood type, I actually provide that service. Eating according to your blood type. It's a series, and I actually suggest that you do it for 30 days. I actually bring you right here into my wellness center, and if you don't know your blood type, I can actually prick your finger, and we can determine your blood type right here. And then I have the books, the whole program, the foods that you should eat and the foods that you should stay away from, and then you just take yourself through that journey. But I love eating. I'm a type O. And a lot of folks feel that, if you go, a type O is not supposed to be a vegan. Not even supposed to be a vegetarian. It's supposed to eat.
Okay, can you explain that, please?
Really? That's true?
Yeah, could you explain that? Because that is...
That what? That kind of...
Can you explain the theory on why they should not be a vegan to somebody that's listening? Because I would love to know that.
Just because of the protein, you get protein from the animal, it's animal protein, and so my body is supposed to be vibrant and getting all the nutrients that I need for my body from animal fat. But I've been animal protein, but I've been a vegetarian, not eating red meat for over 20 years. This is the thing. When I learned this, I learned about eating according to the blood type years ago. I knew that when I became a vegetarian. But what I had to do, and what people fail to do, is make sure you supplement your body with protein. Everything has protein. Vegetables have protein. Your vegetables have protein. Then I do protein drinks every day. So I do at least 24 grams of protein within my drink every morning. So I have to just make sure that I'm getting my supplements, all of my vitamins and everything, because what I found out is that even though my blood type says I should be eating meat, I'm not, because meat causes a lot of other issues in my body that I don't want to go into right now. But I know that it caused some detrimental issues for my body. So I chose. But I also did my homework and made sure that I'm getting what my body needs on a daily basis without having that animal protein. So that, and that's another reason why I actually make sure I have the tuna. That's where I'm getting my protein from, is that tuna. That's another reason why I don't go all the way in with veganism every, throughout the year, 365, just twice a year.
Well, that's also why I love this Veguary, because again, I did the scan with Doc. Coach, she's able to look at what I need, what my body needs. And that, that information, when's the last time you ever had that? That's the first time for me that's ever happened. And so I don't know, Coach, if you don't have my stuff there, but what we talked about was, like the beans, the beans for me, the grains that were best for my body. We talked about, the cheese, Coach was able to see that probably had a sleeping situation because it recommended that I drink a tea that is known to help with sleep. And so this is the kind of like an inside view of what your body needs. That alone is super valuable, and again, we want you to sign up for Veguary, but don't shy away from contacting Doc or Coach, because they do have these services away from Veguary also Absolutely. For handling sugar and also supplementation. I got my, for those who missed me playing it, I played again. I got my shot. And Bootsy, when I wanted to, when you listen to the music, Bootsy, you will recognize what I tried to do with the theme. So one more time for those, during the program, we'll be having our shot every day, and this is what it looks like.
I'm Coach Ros, and I'm here with my Healing Shot Plus immunity booster, and it's just as simple as taking one shot a day, just one shot, 1 ounce a day for your immune system. That's it. I'm Coach Ros.
Shot.
Hey, I have a small question. Why is Marc in all the commercials? I want to be in some of the commercials too. Hey guys, if y'all want to join a morning show where you don't have the producer all in the videos, taking shots, come to Bootsy Vegas. No.
Everybody, shot. So that's what we're going to be doing.
I love it.
Every morning. And again,
Tasheka, you take a shot this morning?
Yes, I've been since 2018. Not only, and I wanted to share. Not only do I take the shot, my husband and my children.
We need to see it on camera, Doc. We need to see it on camera. We don't believe you, Doc.
Well,
we need to see it.
Doc's commercials coming, and again, we're promoting this healthy lifestyle. We're promoting. What I love about what we have here with these two women, it's information, but also you actually have product, and it's a real map. I think that's the challenge. A lot of times, you hear so much information, you don't know where to go. But when somebody can explain to you what this means,
Right.
and explain to you what supplementation is, and then say, hey, here you go, that makes it a whole different thing, because I think that's the part. There's so much information. Like, again, Bootsy, when Bootsy initially told me about these supplements, he sent me a list, and that's like a life-saving list. You know, the same thing with, as you talk about, and Coach, we talked about yesterday, we know a lot of people who say they're vegetarian and vegan, but their choices may not be the best. I have a feeling if you tested them, their blood sugar levels are high, and they may not even eat a lot of sugar, but they probably eat a lot of starches and simple starches to drive up their, because, you know, it's like, you know, because at the end of the day, if you're a vegetarian or vegan and you're eating a proper diet, there really isn't any way that you should not, if you're obese, that you should not be losing weight, right? Because the you know how much spinach you gotta eat to overeat. Like, if you're eating greens, right? And I'm not a doctor. Doc, I'm not a doc, but is that pretty accurate? If you're eating a vegan or vegetarian diet, your body should be regulating itself, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You should be feeling it. You mean like going through your digestive system, having your healthy bowel movements.
Yeah.
After you eat.
Yeah.
Every time after you eat, at least 15, 20 minutes after you eat, it should be coming through. Yes.
Yeah.
I know folks who have not had a bowel movement in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's not healthy. Not healthy at all. So yes, be plant-based for sure. Can I say one thing about what you just said about how?
Of course, you can always say whatever. It's your show.
You're the expert, not him. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Exactly.
This is a great example. You know, Burger King has a vegan, what do they call it?
Impossible Burger.
Impossible Burger, right? And so when it first came out, it was hilarious to me, because everybody, it was probably around this time, right? You know, everybody's jumping on the healthy bandwagon. And so, oh yeah, I went to Burger King. I got this. It is so good. It is so good. Yes, it is good. But guess what? You're eating it all the time. What about the bread? The bread is not vegan.
And neither is that bacon.
And if you're getting it all the time, like every day, because that's what people do. Like, oh, they're satisfying that tongue, you know, that taste. And so they find something. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. But it is processed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is processed. But one thing I don't want to
with lots of soy.
Because I want people to take baby steps. If you're used to eating checkers and all those other things every day, or steak and cheese every day, if you want to go over and get the Impossible Burger, please do. Baby steps. But what I'm saying is, you cannot eat like that all of the time. You have to get your whole foods. And in the Veguary, I don't want to give it all away, but there's 7 essential foods that we should be eating throughout the week. And that's what we're going to focus on, getting those nutrients that we are putting in our bodies that's going to rejuvenate, refresh your cells, and make you flourish on the outside. Well.
And one other part, Coach Ros, you said that's important, and I heard Bootsy talking about the soy, is that Coach Ros teaches you how to read labels, which is so important, because even though it just says, you know, vegan or healthy, it doesn't mean it's healthy for you. Look at the sodium, look at the sugars, you know, so we'll teach you about all of that as well. One thing I didn't share, Mark, is that I actually cook everything by hand. And Coach Ros knows this. I prepare everything. In March 2020, for a whole year, we did not eat out or eat in for a whole year until I think we first ate out was in May of 2021, when my husband took me out for Mother's Day. I prepared everything by hand, from breakfast to lunch to snacks to desserts so everything. I knew what I was putting in it. It was fresh. It was organic. Everything. And so,
Can you adopt me?
You said that again?
Can you adopt me, please?
Absolutely. Even this week, you name it, they have, you know, vegan blueberry muffins, vegan jalapeno cheddar cornbread. I made vegan, chocolate chip cookies, for the house and everything. And then breakfast. And yesterday they had vegan blueberry pancakes, everything. When I say everything, even the drinks, homemade strawberry lemonade, which is in Coach Ros's book. I just want you to know. But I say that to say that as you are also embracing this, I'm going to teach a lot about how it's all about preparation. Because you have to also prepare yourself. Like I've already sliced and diced all of my stuff for my smoothies, put them in baggies, they're in a freezer. Whatever I want to decide, I'll just pull out, already prepared. Like I spend a time on either Saturdays or Friday where I just hash it all out and everything's all ready. Whatever you need, just go and get it. We don't have to go to purchase it, look for it, or make it. And that all is very vital in this process as well, because you know what you're putting in it, the different things that you see. And so which you acquired the taste for it. And so you want to make sure that preparation, but we'll teach you all of that when you join. It's great. Let me tell you, it's great. And another thing I want to add too, is when you talked about if you're on this veganism, then you should see the changes in your body and things of that nature. And one thing that I do, I also have a good relationship with my practitioner. So every 6 months, I actually go to my practitioner and she does a whole blood panel on me to make sure that I'm getting enough of this and that, I have all the electrolytes, all the vitamins and nutrients that I need. And so I actually did do that on Friday. I was sharing that in a webinar that I did not too long ago. So that's one thing that I do as well, because I too am O positive. So I should not be a veganism, but I get my proteins. I do a protein powder, in my smoothies and everything. And I'll give you the resources for that when you join. It's a vegan one that you can do. And so with that being said, I do that every 6 months. So I can make sure my body's get what it needs, and that if I do decide do a little too much of sugar, that doesn't look off the chart and stuff like that. So that's very important as well. It's not only to stay connected with the health coach and us, but also you have to get your practitioner involved if that's something that you want to change to.
Now somebody asked the question.
When you have a practitioner that believes in what you're doing, especially a model. You're doing it and they see you doing it and they're working together for your good. That's very important.
Man.
I have clients that come and tell me their physician says they shouldn't be a vegan. They shouldn't do this. I tell them, get another one.
Well, somebody says, I have to be, do I have to be vegan for the shot to be effective?
Is that a question? Oh yeah, do I have to be vegan? No, you can take that shot. No. I take a shot every day.
Yeah, because your immune system is your immune system. So you got to build that up.
And you have to. And that's very important. Also, you have to be on top of your immune system, period, totally. Even outside of a pandemic, you have to do that all the time.
I was telling Mark this 2 years ago. Literally, I was telling Mark, I was explaining to him about me, how just do it anyway. I'm sorry, Mark, go ahead.
No, it's interesting, Boots. I have a friend, I told you, I have a friend who has stage 4 cancer, and she posted on Facebook, she was, going through chemotherapy. And I so desperately want to connect you guys because you've been through it twice.
Yep.
But I also know how that goes too. When you're going through it, everybody's saying, hey, have you tried this? Have you tried that? So I just feel bad because I know she would really benefit from the mushrooms you told me about. And I mentioned that to Coach yesterday, and she was saying, she brought up mushrooms, or I think you asked me about mushrooms, Coach. And I said, I told you what Bootsy said about them. And so again, these are, these are life-changing things that, again, I think we don't really, until we have a health scare, most of the time, we don't really get serious about it, right? And so again, and even for people who are watching, I know some people say, well, I don't really have any interest in being vegan right now. I'm just listen for the information. And again, Dr. Green and Coach Ros are just good resources for that information. Even if you ain't ready to join today and you want to contact Dr. Green or Coach Ros, they will talk to you about it. Because again, especially when you get to a certain age, I think it becomes not only life or death, but quality of life. That's the part that I'm on right now, is that quality of life. To be able to, if you had to ask yourself this question right now, if your ass had to sprint right now.
That's a great question.
You step outside and all of a sudden,
that's a great question.
Your big ass got to sprint.
Man,
How would you fare?
If you had to get out? No, that's a great. That is a real legit question. But also, I just think what Coach Ros and Doc is offering is the fact that daily immune system maintenance. I do think in the world that we live in now, in this COVID, where COVID is just an extreme attack of your immune system, any maintenance that you can do daily to your immune system will help you as you move forward. So the diet is one thing, but what they're offering on your daily immune system maintenance is also essential as well. Even if you're not going to do the vegan challenge or whatever, like daily immune system maintenance is going to help you as you move forward, because we do not know when this pandemic is going to end. We don't know what the effects of it is going to be, but immune system maintenance gives you a great fighting chance.
Absolutely. And there was a few questions I just wanted, somebody asked also, but can I take my multivitamins along with the shot? And of course, Coach Ros can answer that. But yes, of course you can. You know, you need your supplements and everything. I take I have a cocktail of supplements that I take, and the vitamin shots, the healing shots that I take. Then Coach Ros, somebody says, can you help with menopause symptoms, insomnia, hot flashes? Coach Ros can take that, but I can just tell you from my own experience, yes, absolutely. All of that. I remember before I started this journey, I had all of the itis. I had arthritis, bursitis, osteo, and all of it. I had all of the itis.
Wow.
And to put what's those shots in your knees and things of that nature. I'm like, no, we're not going through all of that. No, we're not doing that. You know, we ain't got to have surgery. We're going to do a little PT, some physical therapy. And I actually did some water physical therapy, which was the best. So if you need to do some physical therapy, try the aquatic. It's beautiful. And then once I did that healing shot, because of the things that Coach Ros has in it, that helps with that inflammation, and then changing that whole diet, because the foods you're putting in your body inflames you. So it's like, you know, you need to understand that, like the certain foods you put in your body.
That's a key point. That is a key point about the foods that inflame you. You know what I mean? That kind of swell you up. That is so key as well.
Mm-hmm. And so when you start to do that, yes, you'll see the impact and some of that. Coach Ros, you want to say anything about the menopause, insomnia, mood, and hot flashes?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, we're talking about hormonal changes. And as we age, we're going to see that for sure. And there are some side effects from losing or deficiency in your hormones. But you can supplement also the foods that we eat. And I'm just going to say it. Sugar is in everything. And sugar will make your hormones go crazy during menopause. It'll cause the hot flashes. It'll cause your mood swings. It'll cause you to stay up all night, insomnia. Yeah, so by you correcting your diet will definitely be a plus if you're going through menopause, for sure. So I go all into that with my clients, my older clients who's going premenopausal or full-fledged menopause, for sure. And you'll just be surprised. Listen, those hot flashes are crazy. It's so intense that if you make small changes in just your diet and you see that you're not having the hot flashes as often, it's a no-brainer. It's just a no-brainer, period. Yeah, so definitely you want to contact me if we want to go through this whole 30-day trial on how to eat for your menopause. And we got to have a menopause tea as well.
And so again, it's about to go down, the Veguary challenge. I'll be talking about it every day. I'm on it. I'm excited about it. I really am excited about how I'm going to feel in the next, 28 plus days. I'm excited about what's going to be revealed as I write things down. Like I said, I'm in a different space. It's almost like, how you don't really take time to monitor what you put in your mouth. You don't take time to think about what exactly you're eating. Like when you really think about
the effects of it.
The effects, like Doc, you mentioned making your own food. When you just really think about when you go to restaurants, if you never ask yourself the question, that person is making my whatever I'm getting ordered. Do they look like they got a clean house? Do they look like they are a clean person? Would you eat after this person? The answer is probably no. And even the places where you eat sometimes, how many times have you gone into the bathroom of a restaurant and they're out of paper towels, and the soap dispenser is crazy, but it's the bathroom that everybody uses that works there. Right. You just block that. You block that out of your head.
That's a real question.
You know, how many times
that is a real question.
Some of these, even, you know, your favorite soul food restaurant with all the rude people that work there, but you go there because you like their wings and fries. But how many times have you seen somebody scratch their head? How many times have you seen somebody, when you look in the back, you don't even look that hard because you don't want to see what's on the floor. And you don't want to see something moving, right? And so it's interesting, you know, but you eat that food, you know, how fresh is that grease? In your mind, do you think they change this grease at least every week?
You paint the picture real good, Mark. You paint it real good.
Man, 80, if I was going to go somewhere for lunch, that's over now.
Exactly.
And if you've ever worked at a fast food restaurant, you know damn well never to have a shake or ice cream. The ice cream machine. The ice cream machine should be called a Petri dish. That's what it should be called. It's a Petri dish. It's not an ice cream machine. But so people that work, my daughter who's 17, she worked at Wendy's, and it's so funny. She smells everything. She eyeballs everything. It's almost like she has too much information, you know. And so, you know, and so I'm just saying all that to say, sign up. No,
yes.
No, I'm just saying this is going to be fun. And again, even if you're, you know, again, sign up, but investigate that shot, that daily shot. Coach, tell people, not all the secrets because we're going into business, but tell the people, you know, like that shot. Let me tell you something. When you take that shot, you can feel it in your. You know, your booty cheeks kind of squinch up when you had the shot. I was doing a video, Coach, and so I actually did 3 shots because I was kind of trying to get it right. And then after that, I had to go upstairs. Tell us what the shot. Tell us about the shot and kind of what's in it and what it really does to start your day.
So
your healing shot.
The healing shot. The healing shot has 10 ingredients in it, and I actually make it. So it has. I start off with the alkaline water, echinacea, elderberry, ginger, raw honey, lemon, turmeric, astragalus, cayenne pepper. Did I say them all? I'm trying to get it on the top of my head. But energizing. Did I say turmeric? Inflammation, yes, so it's antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory. Like I said, it's energizing. Many people tell me that it helps with weight loss and appetite control. So it's overall excellent for everything. When I say immune system, it just pretty much helps you balance. And each ingredient does something different, but all together ties into helping you feel energized and healthier. Period, and helps you with the common cold, your viruses, and your flus, right? So when you feel like something is coming on, I always tell folks to increase your intake, but at least take it 1 ounce a day. So it comes in a 32-ounce jug. So that's 32 days worth. Mm-hmm. You keep it in the refrigerator. You shake it really well. It doesn't taste like Kool-Aid. So that's why you put it in your little shot glass and drink it down. Just drink it down. And most people tell me that they get used to the taste. Actually, they get used to it. I do also have a children's formula, which does not have the cayenne pepper in it, and it does not have the apple cider vinegar in there. But I sweeten it with stevia. With that one, with stevia, kind of give the children a little. The kids tell me it kind of tastes like a strong ginger ale.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the healing shot.
And so
we're going to my website. Go to my website if you want. If you're not joining the Veguary, you can still get the healing shot on my website, which is, there you go, heavenlybodieslive.com.
And so we're starting the challenge tomorrow.
Yes.
Get
Yes.
in.
I'm excited as well. I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Yes. And so you could go to, again, the heavenlybodieslive.com. You can go to 2eseasons.com. It's a team, and we're a team. I'll be giving you updates every day. Coach and Doc will be hopping in at least once a week to give us updates.
Yeah,
and also
we need y'all now. We need y'all now.
we'll be reminding y'all.
Y'all can't leave us now.
Listen,
when we get started, we need you.
One of my goals was to listen, just to help 22 people. I think we had exceeded that, and so thank you so much, Mark.
Yes.
Don't leave now. Don't
what
leave.
you're doing, because that is really it. Because we talk about being preventative, and I always say we want to be responsive and not reactive. I see so many people that, like you said, after we get these diagnoses, then we want to do something. Let's do something before it. And if we have it, let's do what we need to do. Your body heals itself. And, I'm a testimony of that, for hypertension medicine, pre-diabetes, high cholesterol, all these itises. And right now taking absolutely nothing. And even when I went to the doctor, because I was having some headaches or whatever, and everything, and he was like, well, you don't even take medicine. So I'm going to just tell you to up your magnesium. Really? That's all I need to do? Go from 3 to 6. No worries. You just got to watch out for some other things, because, you could go to the bathroom more, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? If I don't have to do it, I don't have to do it. And, and I was taking hypertension medicine at an early age. Oh, and also had tachycardia. If anybody knew what that was, tachycardia is basically when you have a rapid heart rate and things of that nature. And so all of these things, and once I embrace this vegan lifestyle, and I'll even share my real journey with everyone that joins. I'll pull you on a group call on Zoom, go through the whole journey with you, ask some questions. But when I share it, and it all started 4 years ago, so I had to make sure that I was ready to come out to share it. I wasn't quite ready yet, but I was encouraged by Coach Ros, encouraged by another coach. Her name is Carla Russo out in Texas and everything. And they're like, you have to share this, And so I'm grateful that I'm here today to share it with you and that we can impact so many. So thank you so much, Mark. We appreciate you.
Well, again,
Marc Clarke.
I applaud you guys. I'm just so glad, to meet your acquaintance, and I'm glad that now we are.
Me too.
We are
and
family.
Me too.
Who's saying about talking to you? No, I'm joking.
Hold on. Let me say this. I'm happy to meet him too, because I didn't know who was coming, but even the conversation we had offline. But just know that these conversations are really essential, and we do not know who we're sparking and who life we're saving. And even though I thought I knew something, I'm even learning more being around them. So I appreciate y'all probably more than Mark do.
Wait, and Bootsy, say your real name, because you scare people when you hear from you and don't know who the hell you are. So
I'm sorry. My real name is Sally. I am so sorry. Sally. That is true, because I've called a few people. They be like, who is this? I'm sorry. My real name is Sally. My Bootsy is my radio name.
There we go. So now we know. Okay. So again, so Coach and Doc, we'll figure out when you guys want to go on, because I know you have busy. I've been taking up all your time, but we wanted to get this thing launched. And again, I'll be checking in every day. I'll be talking about it every day. And Doc, I need to make a commercial with you too. I want to get your lovely face out there too. In addition,
can I be in the commercial? Can I be? Yeah, we don't need you all in the videos.
Yeah, all in
the commercials. We don't need you all of it. Can I get some? No.
Yes, definitely. Bootsy, you're gonna be in the next one. All right, y'all. Thanks everybody for watching, supporting. Tomorrow we're gonna be talking about fine and 50 plus. Fine and 50 plus. You ain't there yet, Bootsy.
Stay out of this.
Fine and 50 plus, healthy, wealthy, and wise over 50. We'll have fun with that. But again, it starts tomorrow. The challenge starts tomorrow. I might have to get y'all on the hop on real quick to officially launch it. But anyway, we'll talk about that.
Absolutely.
We need y'all.
Dr. Green, Coach Ros, thank you so much. Everybody else, have a blessed one. We'll see you tomorrow.
Woo!